Hello, and welcome to another video of Selling Life Annuities. My name is Steve Allison. I'm an annuity specialist on the Annuity Team, and today I'm here with my good friend Tim Luby. He's the National Sales Director for Annuities. And the topic of today that comes across often is some common myths that we hear about with fixed index annuities, and wanting to try to maybe kind of help approach those negative myths and try to turn them into positives to help you out with your annuity sales. So Tim, what would you say would be one of the most common ones we typically hear about?
Well, I think one of the ones I hear most often is that your money is locked up and not accessible.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest objections or myths I think about annuities in general that people have. Mm-hmm. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, you hear that often, and it's just not quite true, is it?
No, it's significantly not really in a way. Most of the annuities we sell, especially the fixed index annuities, have free withdrawal provisions. Most of them have a 10% free withdrawal, at least in year 2. Many of them have a 10% free withdrawal even in year 1. Yeah. And that doesn't count all the living benefits and additional opportunities to sort of access your money in the event of a confinement to a nursing home, or if you're just missing 2 of your 6 activities of daily living, or if you're unemployed. If you're terminally ill, there's different living benefits that many different products have access to. Unemployment probably isn't as common, but there's a number of different living benefits that provide additional access over and above the free withdrawal that these products already offer.
Yeah, those are really good things to think about. I think a lot of people don't know about those, and those are really handy just to feel more comfortable knowing that you can get access to your money.
It's kind of funny because we think of the access or the liquidity that annuities offer relative to alternatives like CDs, for example. And CDs always have a substantial penalty for early withdrawal. So if you want to be real cute, you could call them surrender privileges instead of surrender charges, because other products like bonds and annuities don't have them. They don't have any surrender privileges, and annuities do have a built-in, pretty generous percentage that you can take out, free of any charge or penalty. So that's pretty good.
Well, that sounds good then. So, but what about another one? Is there another myth we typically hear?
Yes. One of the ones that I'm hearing often is that the fixed index annuities are only for conservative investors. So I find that sort of interesting. It's a fixed indexed annuity. It's not a CD. Now it does have no downside market risk. But when I think of conservative, I often think of something that's low risk, low reward. And when I see fixed indexed annuities the way they look today, when I often see illustrated values that are, 2, 3, 4 times the value in just 10 years, that doesn't sound like a really conservative client for me. Now, the flip side of that is that it is kind of conservative from the standpoint that there is no market risk. The client cannot lose money if the market goes down, and that's important. So that's one of the ones that I'm hearing is that the FIAs are only for risk conservative clients. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I guess it can fit into even a aggressive client's portfolio or strategy, right? Even though it's maybe considered a conservative idea.
Yeah, I think of a fixed index annuity often as a fantastic complement or supplement to someone's investment plan already that might already have market-based alternatives in it, as well as more conservative bonds and even CDs. An annuity can supplement or complement that portfolio very well, offer a little bit more diversification and perhaps a little bit more outside the lines of what they already have in that portfolio. So the other thing that often we're hearing for fixed index annuities sometimes is that we hear them say sometimes that FIAs offer little to no growth.
Well, I've heard that too. And I think part of it is that you hear so many people talk about zero's the hero, they're guaranteed. No market risk. Well, you must be giving up a lot of growth for that, so you probably can't get anything at all. But right now, we see higher caps than ever before. We've seen higher participation rates than ever before. There's even a fixed account that are pretty high right now, so you can get pretty good growth on those. That's
right. Yeah, it is kind of interesting that they have gotten so that the idea would be that they don't offer much growth when the illustrated values today are almost so high that we need another set of values to temper people's expectations. Sure do. Because if they, were expecting just what the illustration shows, they probably would be disappointed. We don't want them doing that. So we have this additional challenge. It makes it a little bit harder for us to effectively manage clients' expectations because the returns that these things offer so today are so much better than they've been in so long.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. So it's interesting. One of the other common myths that we hear about, or the objections to annuities, if you will, is that someone might already have a financial strategy in place, and that's kind of interesting. So what do we think about that as it relates to fixed indexed annuities?
Well, I think that there's always room for it, whether it's using fixed indexed annuities as a guarantee way of basically creating your own self pension, having guaranteed income for the rest of your life. I think that'd be one way that you can guarantee that, versus, if you don't have one in place at all, then there's no guaranteed income, and you're kind of at the risk of sequence of returns of how the market performs. What about yourself?
Right. Yeah, no, I think that's true. I think one of the strongest things that annuities offer is a guaranteed income that cannot be outlived. And it's one of the top things that clients want. It's one of the top fears of retirees is that they may run out of income before they run out of breath. And that's one thing that annuities do offer. And it's one of the few things that you can buy that offer that. A Social Security offers that, but you can't buy Social Security. Pension plans offer that, but you can't buy pension plans. But you can buy an annuity, and it can offer an income that you can't outlive, or you and your spouse can't outlive. And that's pretty powerful. So there's a lot of things built into the value proposition of it that annuities offer that really are unique to annuities.
Well, thanks, Tim. For the benefit of those watching who are running out of time for right now, what's one of the ways that they can reach out to us if they have any questions?
Good. Well, for me, they can reach me at extension 213 at Gordon Marketing, or my email address is timl, Timl, at gordonmarketing.com. And
Great.
You are?
Yeah, great. I'm at extension 140. You can reach me at my email at sallison at gordonmarketing.com. So for now, for those watching, make sure you hit the like button, share, comment, also hit that subscribe button so you get to see the next video that comes out every Tuesday. And happy selling.